Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike DeLisio.
I'm Z Garcia.
And we are here back at the 2024 World Series of Board Gaming, and we are going to be bringing you the final table for Castles of Burgundy, the Stefan Feld Classic.
Classic. They're about to get their duchies on over at the table. We got 3 finalists, and everybody here is bringing their A game. We have several of these players who've won or done extremely well in other games coming to this game. It's going to be a nail biter, I suspect.
I suspect as well. I mean, this is a game that has so many different paths to victory, so I'll be interesting to see. I've been seeing new ways to play every game I've watched, so I'll be interested to see how real players play this game versus how I play, which is a shocking display of futility.
I've discovered lots of different ways to lose at Castles of Burgundy, and I can only assume there's also that many ways to win.
Well, look, there's only one way we're going to find out.
Right.
Why don't we listen in?
Let's listen in.
I thought you were going to say listen in.
For the camera.
All right, here we go. Let's see. So we've got at the table, ladies and gentlemen, we've got in seat number 1, JC.
I believe we can also reveal those.
JC has been to 4 final tables this year, by the way. He won already. Heat and Dune. And almost won. Lost Ruins of Arnak took 2nd place in that.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I mean,
I'd be scared sitting at the table.
Yes, I'm intimidated, and I'm not even in the same room with them.
Right. We've also got in seat number 2, June, and in seat number 3, we've got Rob.
Rob Garrod, yes.
They are.
You know what I did there,
It
Z?
up, huh?
I almost corrected you and said Rod. And then I realized, hey, Z's right. It is Rob.
It is Rob.
You like how I covered that up? I feel pretty
It was pretty slick. I wouldn't have noticed unless you blatantly expressed it.
correct. So it looks like they're playing with board number 5. I think we found that out, correct?
That's right. We have it right here.
Yep.
If you want to play along at home.
There you go.
Board number 5.
Right. Number 5 is alive. All right, so.
Handshakes all around. We are ready to go.
Yes. Looks like we've got a couple of monasteries in the central area. We've got a castle, 2 buildings, and shipping.
You'll notice they're using these cups here just for the sake of evening out the rolls. And it certainly sounds like they're playing liar's dice instead.
It does. 3 6s, 4 5s. Okay. So we've got.
All right, our first piece goes out to warehouse number 3. And the thinking starts.
Indeed.
So everybody looking around the table trying to figure out, put this puzzle together. That's what you got to do first.
Absolutely.
Opening salvo here is what's out there, what can I take now, what can I wait on. They've got their starting castle. You'll notice on this board is sort of in the lower right-hand corner.
Right.
And so they'll need to play adjacent to that. And that small white card you see there with WSBG on it, that'll be moving around the table, denoting who is taking a turn.
Essentially, when you've passed that turn, or we passed that card, you're saying my turn is over.
At that point, you're done.
Yes.
No backsies, as they call it on the streets.
That's correct.
Okay.
So,
So it looks like
take
he's
2 silver?
sold.
Oh, he sold it good.
He sold a good, it looks like, and now he is buying from the center of the table.
Bought a
as well.
monastery. I can't see the tile quite, but
Yeah, we'll get back to you on which one he snagged up. Definitely a big strategy in the game is going to revolve around those monasteries.
Yes.
They are unique.
yes.
Once you've got one, you're the only one that's going to have that one, and you can build strategy off of that. You want a specific other building that it'll score off of,
Correct.
what have you, right? So
Many of them are endgame scoring
Endgame
buildings.
scoring, lots of endgame
Others will let you kind of modify a particular action.
right. All right, we are over at June now, thinking
Yeah.
about what he's going to do.
And like you said, this is a game where I think there's a lot of front-loaded planning that's
Sure.
involved if you're good at the game. I play it as a tactical game and is most definitely a strategic game.
I agree. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you are very bad at it. No, it is absolutely it's something you have to plan, especially at the top of each of those five, phases, each of those
Right.
5 rounds, if you would. You'll have a brand new board filled in,
Mm-hmm.
lots to think about. What do you prioritize? What do you want to buy from the center, from those spots in the middle before somebody else swoops in and buys it before you?
Right.
So lots to consider.
I tell you what I like to do, Z. I'm a little bit of a craftsman at home. I like to do craft projects, and so typically what I'll do is at the end of a game of Castles of Burgundy is I'll spray resin over my board, and I've got an entire wall of resin preserved Castles of Burgundy boards.
Yeah,
It's lovely.
that sounds very nice.
Yeah.
And the smell might be a bit much.
Well,
You let it cure outside for a bit.
I do. I do now. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, there were a couple of emergency room calls that it took for me to learn that lesson. But
Sure. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to be breathing that stuff in.
no, it's not good.
Do you want us to resolve individual dice entirely, like put that on the board after, or both dice? Or...
So they're deciding how this is
As long as
working,
it's
how the
consistent with
logistics
paper.
of where you put the dice after you use it, that sort of thing.
Right. It is important. I mean, you want to make sure that everyone is kind of doing things consistently.
All right. So he's
Okay.
got himself a ship and a castle.
Yep.
Taking those early on, putting them in the reserve
supply.
there. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Now we've got Rod's first turn.
His name's Rob.
Rob. See, you got me, Z. You got me. Rob.
Hopefully he won't do any of that here today.
He might rob the hearts of the other players, Z.
Aw.
You see what I'm saying?
Very nice.
You know?
You and your arts and crafts. I'm telling you, you are not a wordsmith.
Yeah, some people call me a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
Some people call me far worse.
Some people call you Maurice.
Whoop, woo. All right.
That first turn, though, everybody's
Yeah.
really thinking how they want to tackle.
It's
that
typically
first
going
go.
to kind of
Resolve that.
impact how you take your next 2, 3, 4 turns.
Yeah. This implies and denotes a lot.
Yeah.
It is interesting seeing them go for these ships early.
Yeah.
That's doing a couple of things, right? It'll let them control and gather some of these goods that they can turn around and sell. They give
Sure.
you the ability to buy tiles from the center, hugely
Right.
important.
Yep.
It also moves them up on the turn order priority track.
It does. It's also, I think, a bit of a because of this board they're playing on. They're
Sure,
adjacent
absolutely.
to 2 shipping spots directly from their starting castle.
Sell it good.
Yeah, having that first shot when you get a whole new
Yes.
display, that's
It's
going to be
huge.
important.
It's
Again,
huge.
those
Six.
yellow monastery tiles really inform a lot of the big plays, the big
Correct.
long-term strategy.
Correct. Okay, so I think Rob just sold a good.
It's coming over here. Workers going in.
All right, he's likely to spend those 2 coins now and buy
And
something.
buy something. Yep.
Using 2 silver.
Is he taking the other ship?
Could be. It looked like he was hovering there. Yep. You're
There he
right.
goes. He's taking the other ship. A very similar turn to June's first turn.
Yeah, the makeup of this board is that all the shipping tiles are on the right side of the board.
Yeah, it's a nice board. It's an interesting balance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's going into the 4 warehouse.
And those 2 goods at the top there happened to be the same good also, so
Yeah.
you could end up taking both. If they go ship quickly, take them both, store them in the same warehouse too
Right.
on their player board.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Interesting. Very few tiles have been taken from the different markets there.
Yeah, they did some selling early
Yeah,
on, so they
yep.
didn't worry about that. And then buying from the middle.
Yep. All right.
So
So
another
look,
ship?
he's shipping. Yeah, they're definitely focusing on those shipping tiles, and he used, I believe, at least 1, if not 2, workers to adjust his dice to do so.
And now he's got a full warehouse there,
Yeah,
or holding
supply, yeah.
holding area for his tiles. I'm talking about JC here, and so he'll be needing to deploy some of those soon.
Yes. I like to call that area the Duchy Shed. It's not the official name, but I just think it has a certain ring to it.
Okay, it's pronounced Rob. Be really careful. All right, we are at June. He is pondering his next move here.
Well, he's got 3 tiles in the Duchy
Yeah,
Shed.
we
There.
rolled a 1 and a 3, so he could
Right.
put that ship out right now.
He could.
And that also makes available the space, not the die,
Right.
but the space for that second castle that he's already got. My money's on that ship being deployed, maybe something being sold.
He doesn't have the numbers to put the.
The ship can go out
The
right
ship
now. He's
can,
got
but the
1.
castle can
The
go out,
castle,
yeah.
he just gets adjacent to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Unless he has his 2 workers still, which I don't believe he does. Although they're not keeping it on that white sheet, so maybe he does.
I think the one thing giving him pause right now is if he does put out that ship, the good he takes is wasted.
Correct.
He wouldn't take one, in fact. So he would have to sell first,
Yes.
make space for it. Well, no, actually,
no.
I'm wrong. He has that type. That's one of the 3 types that June has in his warehouse,
That's
his own
right.
personal warehouse.
Yeah.
So he could actually stack that right on top of it.
Could.
All right, let's see what he's actually doing here.
Oh.
All right. He's taking one of the buildings.
Which means he's going to have to place one of his tiles.
Yeah, or he could sell.
Oh, he could sell.
Yeah.
That's true too.
He could take workers also. That would be the other option.
Well,
He could
no, I'm
just-
saying he took a tile. He has to be able.
He has
to
an
play.
empty spot still.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah. All right. Deep in thought here. This is a game with a lot of moving, interesting parts, and also a game that's won in inches.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, very much so. The original title was going to be The Inches of Burgundy, but focus testing shut that down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Someone in the chat is asking what round of the tournament this is. This is the final table. So this is the World Championship of Castles of Burgundy. These 3 players, one of the 3 will be the World Champion of Castles of Burgundy.
Okay, so he's modifying his 1 into a 2.
Mm-hmm.
What's he doing with that 2? Okay, so he is deploying.
Yeah.
He acquired
I was
that
gonna
building.
say, because I didn't think he did have. Aren't all 3 of those spaces filled?
Now the key is the background.
Oh, the key is the background. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
So he is, and it's right here. There you go.
Oh, you are correct.
So he acquired a building and he immediately
Placed
modified and deployed it. That
Yep.
must be a really important building to him. We're not quite sure which one that is yet. We're gonna figure that out.
I can kind of get a
Let's
sense.
see which one it is and what it does.
Let's see
What
if
it
we
did,
can.
I guess.
6. Worker to turn it into a 1.
Oh, here we go. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. It looks like that is.
It's right here. It's a boarding house, and he gets
took 4
4
worker chips.
chips for that. Yep.
All right.
Yep, he did. Get that flexibility early on, right?
It's
Mitigate
very
the luck of the dice.
It's very important.
This is a dice game in as much as you allow it to be.
Correct. You know, it's interesting because you will hear people complain that Castles of Burgundy is too random.
Right.
And then you play with people that know how to play Castles of Burgundy,
Right.
and they destroy you.
It's, again, you have to allow those dice to dictate the luck. In my copy of Castles of Burgundy, I threw away the dice.
That's correct.
I don't let the dice tell me how to win.
That's correct.
I think it's not really playable anymore. I haven't tried since.
Yeah. I refuse to kowtow to the whims of fortune. I demand my duchy to be exactly the way I want it to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I tell myself anyway.
Nope.
You're the ruler of your own duchy.
No worries. Appreciate the point out.
All right. Where's that? Where's that active player card? I'm not seeing
Right now, it
it.
looks like JC has the active card.
There it is. Okay, I see
Mhm.
it. All right, they are into the third turn here of the first
Round, I guess.
round.
We can look at the actual.
Look up this terminology here.
Mhm. Let's get that nomenclature.
Because if I don't get it right, I'm just going to start calling everything a duchy. He's into the third duchy of the first duchy. Okay. So
Okay,
the phases.
JC
So they're in
just
the first phase.
Just placed a monastery. I wanted to just point that out.
Oh, he did. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll figure out which one that is. Again, this is long-term. Some long-term strategy will definitely come from those. So they are playing 5 phases, lettered A through E. That would be the big stacks at the top. And each one of those has 5 rounds. So they are in the third round of the
First phase. A phase, sure.
Yeah, the first phase.
And you will maybe notice because there are certain areas that will not be filled in certain rounds.
That's right.
North
That's right, yeah.
phase, sorry, certain phases.
Certain phases. Yeah, phase B and phase D.
Right.
There's one spot that'll stay empty. And that's just for the player count.
Right, and it's a castle spot, so. Right. Looks like June is the active player. Pretty quickly.
All right, so he's putting up the
indicated a
one. He's taking one
a
of
monastery.
those monasteries. I'm surprised he's still holding on to that ship. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
I would have deployed it by now, I think.
JC is holding on to one,
else.
and Rob has 2. So I'm wondering if there's somebody that doesn't want to be. Is there a reason why they wouldn't want to be the first? Because they know that other people are going to come after and be above them in turnover.
That's true.
Yeah.
So they're playing a small game of chicken.
A little bit
now.
of chicken there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, no, I think they're all waiting for someone to blink.
Guess you're not a fan of food eyes either.
They're not horrible, but not the best, no.
All right, it is
Rob.
Rob. He's got a 2 and a 3, sitting on a couple of ships and a castle, very similar to what June has. Okay, he's modifying into a 2, that 1 into a 2, and indeed, there it goes.
All right, he's
He
the
deploys.
first one. First one to play the shipping
Oh,
tile.
yes, right. Thank you.
And then
That's me there. And then I will grab this.
All right, he's taking one of those because he only has room on his board for one.
Mm-hmm.
And with my other die,
And he's
take 2 workers.
grabbing a couple of workers with the
Okay.
other die. Okay. Yeah, keeping that flexibility
Thank you.
is very important. You
It
want
really
to
And pass this to myself.
you want to have them when you need them, not go, "Ooh, I wish I could do this. I guess I'll
Right.
grab a couple of workers now." You know, you want to have them.
Right,
You know, we had June take that building early. That gave him 4 workers, tons of flexibility.
right. I'm wondering. Oh, Rob now has the active. He has the active die.
Yeah, he just jumped ahead,
Yeah.
and so he'll be first.
Yep.
June rolled a 1 and a 6. I will remind you the dice do wrap around in this
Yeah.
game, so he can modify
Good point.
either one of those across the horizon, we call that.
That is, yeah. Yep.
That's the lingo.
That is right. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty inside baseball right there.
Yeah.
Don't even want to get started in the double duchy strategy. That's just, we'll save that for another time.
Yeah. Yeah. Or the double-sided duchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. See, what I like to do is I like to cover my board in Velcro,
We'll take that.
It's all of the
and
arts
then
and
I go
crafts.
back and forth.
Mm.
I place one building on it, and then I have to flip over.
That's a good call. It's very, very exciting. All right, so he took a building, and he's going to place that building right away.
is a region, so that is 3 plus 10 is 13.
Okay,
points.
so he closed out his first region.
For the 16.
To 16. Yep.
All right, he closed out a region already. Yeah, so he's getting victory points for the size of the region. 2, that's 3 points. He's also getting victory points for how early in the game he did that. He did it during the A phase. 10 bonus
10
points.
points for that, and that amount goes down as the game goes on, of course.
Precipitously.
Precipitously, yes, it does.
Yes, I like that one.
You can hear the dice rolling cups in the background.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like this is 4D,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're getting all of the sensations.
Again, it's amazing to me. They are slightly under a fifth of the way through this game,
Yeah.
and the tension already is so palpable.
Yep.
Well placed on mine.
The thought process going into every move, every little thing, you know.
Yep. JC placed his first mine, which means he's going to get passive income now every phase. It looks like he took a building and put in his supply.
Yep, that's
Okay.
right. So here we go. Let's take a look here at these buildings. Try to see if we can figure out what they're working with here. So it looks like he's got. We're trying to figure out his monastery here, and it looks to me
It has the three. This one.
like he's got perhaps this one right here, which is. If he has that tile, whenever he wants to take a hex from the board, he can change the die result by 1.
You got it. Okay. So
Just
it gives him mitigation.
As if he had a worker. Again, that mitigation is tremendous. He now basically, at least for taking a tile,
Yes.
has a virtual worker every
And
time.
it's huge because he got it in the first phase.
Yep.
I mean, and we will point out that if the number 6 monastery comes out, which is known as, do they have names, these particular? No, they're all monasteries. There's been a rule change, a bit of an errata that we can talk about if and when that comes up.
Yep.
Oh, Chris obviously is in the chat. Good to hear from Chris.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Look at that. All right, we are at June, I'm guessing. Yes.
Okay.
Really having a hard time following the card if I look away.
The card is being
It's
sometimes just
obscured right now.
yeah, underneath things that we don't have access to right now. But it
Yeah,
is
it's all
June.
right.
It is June's turn. He's using a worker, assuming to make that a, well, was it a 5?
That is a 5. He
Yeah.
made that into a 5, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And so he put out his second castle that gives him a bonus action right now with a virtual die, and he took a tile.
And also, each castle is its own area, its own region, and so he's able to score that as well.
That's right. So he'll be getting 11 points for that.
Plus 24.
Yep. Pretty tight grouping score-wise there. Almost at the end of the first phase.
Yep, they are in the 20s, not quite in the 20s yet,
Mhm.
but we can expect the game to go into the low 200s.
Yeah.
Low to mid 200s is where we can expect the game to end up.
Yeah. It looks like we do have at least one. 2 of them are in the 20s. One is at 20. It looks like one's at 24.
Let's see, the colors. I do know that Rob is playing the black pieces. Trying to see who else everybody is. Well, we've got
June is
green.
green.
June Green here. And playing blue, JC.
3 for green. 24 to 27.
June is increasing his lead there. It's 27. This
Not a
is-
lot more. Not a lot more purchasing has happened in the middle.
No, that's very true.
Yeah, but we do see JC sold everything he had.
He sure did.
He's emptied out the warehouse. He sold it all.
What's going to be interesting in this last round, that's where the jockeying for turn order is going to become very, very,
Right. You get to see that new display.
yes.
There we go. There's one purchase from the middle.
Okay.
It looks like he took a castle.
Yep.
Another castle. Again, those areas. Well, the castle gives you a bonus action. That's
Right.
not something you can easily dismiss, but it's also completing a whole area with a single tile. You want to do that early.
If you can do that in the
Get that
first,
big bonus.
first or second phases,
Yeah.
you're in good shape.
Absolutely.
Because I think the next one is 9, correct? Does it go 10
I believe
to
it
9?
drops to 8, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. It
Yeah.
should be right here with that, yeah. So it goes 10, then 8,
Yes, okay.
the bonus for phase B. Let's say that they're about to go into phase B. And that bonus for completing a whole region drops to 8, then 6 eventually, 4, 2.
Okay. 3 and 2 workers. We'll place this castle on this 5.
Got 2 workers.
11 points for black. 16
There we
to 27.
go.
And,
Final chance to get 11 points out of
Right.
a single tile.
and I think it's worth spending 2 workers.
Castle will be to place this ship on this 6.
Okay.
There's another group.
Okay, so he's going to be jumping forward 1 more on the turn order track.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Do more than that. Yep, okay. Thank
There
you.
we go. He said 11 points, but it's actually 13
Got it.
because it's a grouping of 2 tiles.
Well, this is interesting. Now, someone's going to have to play 2 shipping tiles to be able to take turn order from Rob.
With resolve that. And then with my 3,
And I don't.
Oh,
I'll take 2 workers.
Yeah, he's in a
JC does
very
not
good-
have 2, and neither. Yep, I think he's guaranteed turn order into the second phase.
Yeah, he's in a very strong position right now.
Also in first place.
Okay. This is 3 will be a 2. I'll play this. I'll play this.
Monastery comes out, and a shipping.
Bump me up on the shipping track. Oh, good.
Okay, looks like he's getting 9 points there. Is that 3?
All right, he's grabbing.
Oh, I thought he stole. Sorry, I didn't catch.
No, he took, so he put out a ship and took.
Okay.
Moved ahead on the
Shipping
turn
track,
order
yeah.
track, yeah. Not quite first.
6.
They're following very similar
They are,
strategies
yep.
right now.
Yep,
There's a little variation there. JC has a silver mine.
yep.
Rob made a bigger push for first player
And for closing out
and
regions.
for closing out regions. Yeah, so he, got that 10 bonus points twice.
Yes, that's pretty big.
At least twice.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let me see.
He's at.
No, I think he did it 3
he's
times.
at 40 right now. Yeah.
Yeah, he did it 3 times because he also did it with the buildings there
What do you want to do with
at the
tiles?
bottom of his own board, which is upside down to us.
All right. Well, while we're getting ready to switch into the next phase here, why don't we take a little look at a little bit about game theory tables, shall we?
Yeah, let's check it out. All right, so there you go, folks. Check out those tables. If you want to get yourself a very handsome piece of furniture
Indeed.
that you can get competitive on, maybe. Maybe you'll play on that table. Maybe that's what you're missing.
That is one of the many things I'm missing, Z. Yes.
Yeah, because you're not very good at Castles of Burgundy, but I
No.
think with maybe one of these,
With
you could still be bad, but play
Right.
in a better looking room.
With a game theory table,
This one will go
my very public and humiliating failures can be done in style,
Right.
right? My tears will be washing finely crafted wood tables.
If you're gonna fail, fail in style.
All right, so we've got 2 shipping tiles in the center now. We've got some livestock, a couple of buildings, and a silver mine. So JC, I believe, got a silver because he has a mine right now.
That's right. Yeah.
And it looks to be Rob who is the active player. Is that correct? No, I'm not seeing the white die, so I'm not sure.
He's got it. Yeah.
Does he?
It's
Yeah, I think
right
it's-
there. It's right above that very attractive "Welcome to the fabulous Dice Tower West" logo.
Yes.
Speaking of Dice Tower West, by the way,
Mm,
you've got until Monday, folks, if you want to jump on the early bird for Dice Tower West.
right.
Okay, do not let this pass you by. You want to come out, you want to do some gaming, check it out. Dice Tower West, they're running an early bird right now, but it runs out on Monday. I think it's like 5, p.m. Monday. So check that out.
For sure.
So yeah, he's got a 4 and a 5 there sitting in front of him. They already deployed the good to warehouse number 2. He's pondering his move. Here it
Taking the
goes.
5.
I will take this top.
Monastery.
There we go.
Not a huge surprise. Monasteries are highly valuable, situationally, of course.
I will take this top.
Is that the first livestock that's been taken?
It looks like it's the first one that's been taken, yeah. It's a 4
It's a 4, sure.
of something. I'm guessing moo cows.
Could be.
I will buy this one.
And then buying from the center. If you
Okay.
can buy, you buy. He's got a silver mine. Gonna get into that game. If you want those, you want those early.
You do.
They gotta give you that return.
They're another one also of the single regions, and so
Yeah.
another reason to get them early.
Yeah.
Do we all roll the same numbers? That's right.
Oh, we seriously do.
Oh, they all rolled the same numbers.
Processed your numbers, but not that they were the same as mine.
I'm not a fan of going last with the same numbers.
No,
that's for
no.
sure.
Took a mine.
And a ship.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. It's all gonna start once they put those once they put those yellow buildings, those monasteries.
Yeah.
Once those start hitting play, then you're gonna start seeing things deviate.
Yes.
As they push for whatever that scoring is.
Correct.
That variance is.
Yep. I mean, JC already has some mitigation with his monastery. So even though he rolled a 4 and a 5, he has some flexibility there.
That's right, yeah. We'll watch to see that, if he does, then we'll confirm that's for sure the building he's got. We're
Yeah.
fairly certain that's what he has. But he can turn those into something 1 up or 1 down for taking a building.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it looks like he's going to buy, though, from the center of the board first.
Mm-hmm.
You can just go when you're done with one.
Okay.
2 silvers.
Let's see, I'm guessing he's buying a ship.
Yeah, so I'm paying
Oh, paying 2 silvers. Oh.
2 silvers.
Try to complete that grouping. There he goes for a ship
Yep.
indeed.
4 will become a 3, which will then become a 2 for purposes of getting tiles.
Yep, that's where he used his power right there. He
5,
went from a 4 to 2 with 1 worker.
9 points, I believe.
Yep.
Yep, and he got his castle out there. It's going to get a bonus action and a fair number of points.
Business.
Look at that. Oh, no, he's... Yep.
Okay.
I will get. Oh, go ahead and
Yeah,
move
but
it.
Very good.
Now he's-
Very nice sequence of turns there.
Now he's in first place.
Filling up the warehouse again. He did burn through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a pretty impactful turn.
Yeah, very, very well done, chaining quite a few things together. And again, this is
Powerful.
tremendous level of play here, folks. Like we said, these gentlemen have been playing against amazing players
Yes.
all week. I was talking, like I said, about JC earlier on, that he's been to 4 of the final tables this year,
It's amazing.
and he's won 2 of those.
Yeah.
So the other 2 guys at the table are sitting with somebody who's done this a couple times
Right.
in the last couple days and walked away a winner.
Yes. And being proficient in so many games is also a pretty decent indicator of how well you might do
Yeah.
in the final game.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Very different games,
Different
too.
types
He
of games.
won Heat, Pedal to the Metal,
Right.
and Dune.
Very different games.
Very different than Castles of Burgundy, of course.
Mhm.
Very different from those.
It's not surprising there's not a lot of table talk going on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
This 6 will pick up the 9. This 5 will pretend that he's also a 6.
Yep, there he goes. He's using that power frequently.
All right, grabbing a couple of buildings. He's got a silver mine, and he grabbed one of the buildings there.
Mhm.
That is his turn. Prepping for the future.
That's the other thing that's, I think, important. Okay, so let's see. What building do we have there?
Let's take a look here at what he just acquired. So it looks to me like the one he just got looks to be a bank. He's got a bank sitting there that he just took.
Mhm.
When he places that out on his duchy, that'll net him
Two
two
coins.
coins.
Yep.
2 silver coins. Turn that right in, start buying from the center.
Correct,
Keep
yeah.
that going.
Puts a lot of pressure on the other players.
Oh, this 2 of the worker. We'll place these cows here for 4 points for black.
He confirmed cows. That is
40.
correct.
Mhm.
Resolve that.
And he got 4 points because there were 4
And then
livestock on the tile.
this for the worker. Yeah. Sporting house.
Boarding house, he said. Thank you, Rob, for saying it out loud.
Boarding house up here is going to get him 4 workers
Yes.
when he deploys that. We've seen one of those earlier from June. Now Rob has got his own. All right. I will say Rob, with that luxurious beard, does look like perhaps he could have had his own duchy.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
he's got that look about him. I
He
could
does.
see tapestries with his visage upon them.
I could see that as well. I could see stained glass. Stained glass homages to the beard.
That's a good look.
Mm-hmm.
36.
It is.
Or I could see, like, maybe the tapestry woven from the beard.
That's also impressive. I gotta tell you.
That'd be quite the look.
That would be the look. And,
You know, and if it goes from beard to tapestry, like a smooth
oh,
transition.
see, you're next level now. I'm not sure
Oh,
I can
my
keep
goodness.
up with
You
this.
can have your own place setting. You just, oh my. Oh my.
Yes. The woven beard.
That's the name of a tavern in a fantasy game somewhere.
I'm sure it is.
He looks like a miner in the deep mountains, says Mike
Theater, yeah.
Mike's Theater here in the comments, yes.
Yes. Okay, it's using a worker for the 5, making it a 6, taking livestock.
Very good, nicely done. It is funny to see at this level of play how many workers they go through.
They use them like nobody's
You
business.
use them. If you got it, and you
Yep.
need something that you didn't quite roll, you use those workers.
Right.
That's really
Well,
neat to see that.
it-
I'm a little more cautious with the way I play
Yeah.
them, but
No, the idea is that you're getting them specifically so you're not stuck to the, the whims of the dice. Which was my favorite of the Lord of the Ring films.
yeah, the whims of the dice
That
is
was
really good.
underrated.
Great score.
Very, very good. Very percussive, the score.
Yeah.
There are no more tiles.
Yeah, it's good. Gives me chills.
Thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even good.
See, JC rolled a couple of 6s there. Not a great roll.
But again, it could be a 1 or a 5. Each one could be a 1 or a 5.
Yeah, at least for taking from the center.
Correct.
He is, 2 of the 3 spots are taken up on his
true.
board.
That is true.
Neither one of those can be sold. The things he's got, he can't sell.
Right. He changed it
So
to
he
a
is
1.
taking.
Okay, it's a building.
6. I'll place it.
Oh,
And he's placing it.
okay, let's take a look and see what that building might be.
That one's the one that lets him take from the board.
Ah,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
oof,
Party foul.
that's right. It's
So yeah, that one let him
Dutchie
take.
spilling time.
That one let him take from the board, and that would be a carpenter's workshop. Basically, lets him take a building, which are those beige.
Right, so he has 2 of those.
Right. So he placed one and took one.
Yep,
So now he's full up again. Yeah.
right. Now I think we're starting to see some divergent strategies here.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, quite certain of 6. To place this here.
Nice.
Thanks. For 9 points for black.
Wow.
44 to 53.
Rob is putting constant pressure on them, points-wise.
4 workers.
4 workers.
Yep. Yeah. He's
Certainly
out
six.
to an early lead.
Yeah.
Again, these scores are very high,
Yes.
like I said. So this is not exactly
Yeah.
writing on the wall or anything.
No.
Approaching that, but he's out to an early lead.
Again, I would liken it to, if this were a race, he's pushing the pace,
Yeah. Right.
you know? Will he be able to maintain it? That's the thing.
Yeah. I think I will take this one.
All right, and he's got another ship
Another
there.
shipping, so he's got in his supply, and his Dutchie should there, he's got a monastery, a ship, and a mine
Where's he got that?
in his
What'd you call it?
Dutchie shed. What did I say?
Yeah, that's what you said. We need a name for that. Is there a name for
I'm
that?
sure there's a name for it. I
Let's
think
look
it's
it up.
storage would
Let's
be my
find
guess.
the name for that before you get in trouble. How about
Okay,
that?
that sounds good to me.
Let's see here.
Prefer not to get in trouble.
It is called the Dutchie Shed.
That's fantastic.
No, it's not. Come on.
11 10, right? Okay.
Dutchie
36
Shed.
to 47.
36 to 47. Okay, so
No, of course.
June. June now is in the lead as far as not points, but as far as the turn order.
Called storage spaces or key spaces.
Okay. I got to tell you,
I like key spaces. That sounds good.
I think mine's better, but
You
we'll
want-
go
you
with
wanna
key
go with yours?
spaces. No, we'll go with key spaces.
All right.
Sounds like a Richard Breeze game, but I'm just going to say we'll call it key spaces. How much will you give me if there's a game at Essen called Key Spaces at the
Key
R&R
spaces. Yeah, yeah.
Not R&R, R&D. Is that what his publishing house is?
R&D from Richard. I think it's R&D
Yeah,
or RD.
R&D.
Richard
Richard
Breeze.
Breeze Designs, but maybe.
Use a worker to make this total.
He's modifying that
Yep.
and putting out some
Making it a
animals. It looks like
4 points.
getting 4 points from that.
Points for green.
Yep.
Starting in on a group of 3 there.
Wow,
hoping
he's
to
already
close
almost
that.
caught up to Rob there.
Stays with you. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, new round.
In Key Spaces, you are using donkeys to move goods in space.
Play that kid.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we are a little more than halfway through the game.
No, below that, right? It's 2 of the. We're about 2 of.
Oh
the
yeah, next
5,
round about halfway through. we'll
that's
be
right,
at. We're a
yeah,
little bit
yeah, yeah.
below before there.
Yeah, but they're starting to
There's
develop some things.
they
They're starting
are.
to spread out a little bit. Because you have to play adjacent
Yes.
to what you've got, you'll start seeing them, start to stretch.
Yes.
gain access to different types of buildings.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a little movement on the silver mines now.
Right. Well, and what's interesting is that June right now is adjacent to 2 single region spots. It behooves him to get those both out this
Good now.
phase.
Yeah.
He does have a castle in his key spot, one of his 3 key spots there, spaces.
Storage shed.
Storage shed.
Was it? No, that's yeah. Well,
Yeah.
key spaces.
Yeah, key spaces.
That's what I call them. In my own copy at home, I threw the keys away. Actually.
Ah, look, you've got no dice, you've got no keys, you've got a very svelte edition
Yeah.
of
From Stefan
Castles of
Svelte.
Burgundy.
I call it.
So, Castles of Jenny Craig is your
Yeah.
edition.
Marie Kondo kind of thing. You know, you
Yeah.
thank the keys and then you chuck 'em.
Right, these keys don't bring me joy. All right, using a worker with the 6.
All right, there it goes. There's that castle.
There's the castle, which again, it was very much he was incentivized to do
and
that this
he
phase.
pulls into the lead.
Yep, that's a big
Yeah,
jump in points that he took
Yeah.
this phase.
yeah. And this is going to give him a bonus action,
Yep,
which I'm thinking he might pull a tile, maybe drop it right now.
Maybe drop it too,
right?
yeah.
Because if he can take one of the monasteries, I'm trying to see. Yeah, there's a monastery there.
Or a
There's
building.
couple. If you can take one of those 2 monasteries,
Oh wait, no, I
drop
think
it
that
right
building's
there in
right.
that
Yeah.
yellow 2.
Yep,
He just has to modify the 3 down to a 2. He has the worker to do
right,
that.
right.
He could do that right now, get himself another 9 points
That would be huge.
right now. Obviously, it might not work for his strategy. That's the
Yeah, he's taking a shipping
Okay, he's
tile.
taking a ship. Will he keep it? Will he play it out?
Right. Because with that 3, he can play it either in the 1 or the 2 spot because he has a worker.
Yeah. Well, the 2, right? With the worker, he can make that 3.
Oh, a
into
2. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yes.
Is he doing that? Is he doing that? Is he holding back? He's taking another
Taking.
time. Okay.
All right.
He wants to have goods in hand.
Yep.
It's near the end of the B phase here. He's grabbing some times.
Yep.
2 workers. This turns into a 5. I'll place a mine.
Yeah. See, he's been using that power basically every turn of his. He's adjusting those dice.
That's 3.
Absolutely.
Place a mine for 9
Wow.
points.
Look at that. He got 9 points and a mine. That's huge. Oof.
Pulls back into the lead by just
Yeah.
a couple of points there. These guys are fighting it out.
Yep.
We do have right now JXC falling a little bit behind on the victory points.
Yes, but he could be playing a long game, you know.
62 to 71.
And he did it again.
Wow. I can tell you, yet Rob he seems to be just generating a lot of points.
Oof.
Wow, 2 1s. You can see his reaction there. That's rough.
Number 5.
That is rough.
Not great, yeah.
Wow. Does he take 2 workers with his first action? I mean, is he?
I mean, he
How-
does have a.
he
He
can-
could
he can-
deploy that ship.
He could deploy the ship right away. He could also deploy that livestock if he had a. Nope, he does not have a worker.
He has 1. He's
He
got
does?
1 worker.
Then
yeah.
he could deploy the livestock as well.
He might default to taking the workers, though. I think,
Yeah.
they seem to favor that flexibility.
They do.
All looking at their dice, thinking about the plan here. JC seems to have a tune going through his head.
He does. I'm trying to judge from the finger tap. Let me see. Here we go. It's a safety
Sweet child.
dance. It's a safety.
That's it.
That's
yeah.
it. Yep.
I thought it was Sweet Child of Mine.
No, it's
but you're
close.
right.
Though. They're
Yeah.
very similar. You wouldn't have thought so, but they.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
What you don't know about JC is he before he got into board games, he used to be a bassist,
Really. Wow.
and he plays a game theory table like nobody's business.
He can dance if he wants to.
We're making this up.
Yes.
Make sure we
Yes.
clarify that.
Well, JC was in a. Normally, we like to have a chance to speak to him a little bit before.
We do.
But JC was coming right off of another table, so
Yeah, these
we
guys
did not get that opportunity.
they've been busy. They
Yes.
have been very busy. So whenever possible, we do indeed pull them aside.
Sure.
Ask him a couple of things just so we get to know him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we don't have a lot. We just didn't get a chance to.
Yep.
These guys ran from one thing to another.
All right, so June got 7 points. He placed the livestock.
And he is selling. All right. So he's going to get himself a few victory points from that.
Mm-hmm.
7-3. Now you get a silver.
Wow.
And a coin.
Silver.
It looks like he had 2 of them that he sold.
Okay.
Got himself 6 points.
Look at that. Wow. Such tight grouping there, but I just get the feeling. I mean, I don't think JC is out of this. I feel like he's doing something very different.
Yeah, let's see. He's about to make a jump here. So he's
Yeah.
putting that out.
He's going to close that region.
That's going to get him 11 points, right?
40?
29 to 40.
Silver. I'll spend a second.
He gets 2 silver for that. He's
Right.
buying immediately with that 2 silver.
Yes.
He's
Wow.
okay. He's deploying something else. Okay.
He's closing that region as well, and that region as well.
51.
Okay. And just like that, it's a big jump
Big
right
jump.
back in.
Oh, sure.
He looks like he might get first look at the, at the new
phase. Yeah.
phase.
And again, you want to close those groupings as early as possible
Yes.
before they depreciate, right?
Right.
Those victory points.
Yep. That was a pretty big jump.
And that will move me forward here.
Doing very well. Yeah, I love it how they have those big. They have a few building
Yeah,
rounds, and then they
right.
go. I play this, which lets me grab that, and I
Yep.
play it here, and I boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
It's tremendous.
It is. Rob just took turn order again.
This 6 on the
Jumped
word.
right back on. Yeah,
Yep.
I will.
he wants to be first. He is selling.
You're black. 77.
Yes.
I have noticed now twice that as soon as Rob is passed on the track, he takes it
He
back.
takes it right back.
Jumps right over. You
Mhm.
know, and it's been June so far.
Yep.
Stays with me.
Let's do it.
Right. Good. Sounds good.
Here we go. Phase
So stuff in
C,
the box.
third phase in the game.
Anyone need to look at it anymore?
You know, you were talking a moment ago about the Dice Tower West early bird to hop on that. You know, World Series of Board Gaming has an early bird promotion going on as well. So
That's
why don't
right.
we let's take a look at that, see what that's all about.
Think you've got what it takes to compete for the ring and your share of $200,000? Well, get ready, because signups for 2025 start now. Come for the friendly competition or open gaming community. At WSBG, we've got it all. Are you the next big name in board gaming? Get your tickets now at WSBGVegas.com and use the code EARLYBIRD to save yourself $100. So what are you waiting for? It's time to get in the game.
For some reason.
It is. It really is called a Dutchy Shed, I believe.
Yeah?
I guess the 3's coming.
No? Okay. Hey, we're back,
I
folks.
don't think so, Mike.
I'm
You
trying
can
to
call it whatever you
convince
want in your own
Well-
copy of the game, though.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to roll the dice for the first round of Phase C.
3 is rolled.
All right, so those goods are going in.
It does seem like June keeps getting pretty bad rolls.
Yeah, it does.
He's got 2 1s, 2 6s
It's
now.
rough. Look at that. The warehouse on 3 has 2 of the same good. That's going to be an attractive.
Very much so. Very
Yep.
much so, yeah.
Board Game to Tears says that he thought that JC was playing the baseline from Jerry was a race car driver, and that would have broken the table. So I think I'm better with Safety Dance. He would have broken the table attempting to play a Primus song. Oh, he is jamming, man. JC is.
It's good.
Yep.
It is very different, all of them. They're
Yes.
thinking caps on, but they have
Right.
very different energies about
They
them,
really
right?
do. Yep.
You got June holding his head there,
Yeah.
Rob with the crossed arms and the head nods, and then
Mhm.
JC just kind of, that sort of
Yeah.
bouncing energy, looking around, taking it all in, but staying loose.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder, I mean, I don't get the impression that's being done purposely, but
I
I
don't
wonder
think
if
so,
it
yeah.
does in any way kind of make the other players a little unsettled, right?
That
It's like,
he's
why is
so-
he calm? Why is he so
I
calm?
wonder. Yeah,
Grab this.
I think they all have
Mine?
very interesting energies.
It's resolved.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed now, having done this several years, is these competitors are so friendly,
They really are.
and
Yep.
there's so much. Some tables will be quiet, some
Yep.
tables will be chatty, but they are all incredibly courteous, incredibly kind to one another.
I think
you
it
know.
comes down to, I think they all have mutual respect for each
I think
other.
that's what it is.
Oh, wow. Rob took 2 mines.
Yep, he's
Wow.
having a
So
couple
he's
of those.
looking to get
3 and.
a
And
lot of
he's-
passive income to just go after those center tiles.
Yep, he's got access to them right there, right above his
Yep.
ship. It's a 4 and a 5 to deploy them.
Wow. So a castle and 2 mines sitting right there.
It's interesting how little movement there's been, or how much of a push,
Mm-hmm.
a lack of a push there's been for the monasteries.
I know.
It was out to, they grabbed an early couple,
Right.
but that's it.
And the most of the ones they've grabbed have not been point generating. They've been mitigation
Right,
or
right.
workers or silver.
Yeah. Well, Rob has one that is a point one,
Yeah.
but the other 2 aren't. I think they aren't.
I
No,
believe-
maybe. No, I think
June
June
has
is
one.
also one for
Yeah.
victory points. So they've got some
They've got
things to
something.
think about for the future, but they're not really going for those too much. I think it feels like they're focusing on those regions.
Yes.
Closing them out.
Right. Well, you're just losing so many points by waiting.
Right. Alright, there you go. JC buying a tile, he buys a ship and deploys
And
it.
deploys it.
And that's its own
That
region.
is.
There he goes for that juicy warehouse,
Yep.
like you were saying.
Did we get your 7 points? We didn't advance the points yet, right? Okay. Yeah. 77 to 84. Or no, I'm sorry. You're blue.
In front of you.
I can, as you can tell, I'm having some trouble not being
No,
blue.
yeah.
51 to 58.
Rob normally plays blue.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bought or took a castle.
That's it.
All right, and that is that.
Right.
He's got a full warehouse of goods. Needs to sell those at some
Yes,
point.
yes. So June has 1 tile in the supply. 2 6s.
And now he's got no workers.
Right.
Yeah, he might throw at least one of those 2 to to the workers because it seems like he keeps needing them.
He does. I don't know if either of those goods are a 6, but
Well, it's a 5 and a 2 or 3. I
okay,
believe. Yeah.
okay. So,
And we have them, in fact, so we can
Yeah,
look
yeah, we
at
could
color
look.
code it so we
Yeah.
can see what they are. Assuming the goods are in here, but if not, they're in our box. We have
Yeah.
a spare box, right? Box.
we do. I never like to be more than 20 feet away from a box of Castles of Burgundy at any time. It makes travel difficult, but
But life fulfilling.
that's correct.
Here we go. Those are indeed a 5 and a 2.
Okay.
Nailed it.
All right. It's getting a little more, I think, a little more tense for June. You're not stopping JC from tapping. He's
There is rhythm to that. He's
There
clearly tapping
is.
something.
Yep.
Da, da, da. What is that? My heart will go on?
May have been. Candle in the Wind?
Huh.
I would sing you a brilliant rendition of Candle in the Wind right now.
Yeah?
But I don't want a copyright strike because they will think it's Elton John singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might burst through the door.
I could be.
We are
I mean,
in Vegas.
We are in Vegas, you know.
You're never more than a few feet from Elton John
And not.
in Vegas.
That is correct. 6 degrees of Elton John.
All right. Lots of deep thinking here. It looks like the card is in front of
June.
June.
Yeah, he's been contemplating here for
He's
a bit.
dealing with those 2 6s.
He is. And the thing is he's been so tight score-wise with Rob that I think that he is concerned about giving any purchase at all
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, if this is
you can't waste a single die here.
Yeah, this is unfortunately, I think, a turn for him that's going to hurt.
It is, yeah.
This is not great. That's why he's really struggling with this one. This might end up being, that takes some workers.
Yeah, it's like he's going to try to make the best of a clearly not great situation. Oh, we have some information. JC plays the piano. So that would make sense.
There you go. Definitely figured it was a bass.
I think Candle in the Wind is a home run then, buddy. That's a piano-driven song. The other big piano song that I'm aware of is the Chicken Dance. Could have been the Chicken Dance.
Baby Shark. That's a big one, yeah.
Big-
That's good.
Or Chopin, right? Yeah, Rafi or
Yeah,
Chopin.
yeah.
I mean,
Chopin,
they're
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
I say chopping, but I get it.
Choppin' Broccoli. Choppin' Broccoli.
He is still deep in thought.
He really
Ooh.
is.
This is gut wrenching. He is trying to figure out here what he's doing. So right now he's sitting on no workers. He does have 2 coins. He could spend those silver
Yep.
and buy something from the center.
All right, here we go.
Still
Oh.
thinking. Okay, he's still thinking. He's got a ship. He could deploy that, but he can modify. So he could spend one of them, take 2 workers,
And
modify
place
the
it.
6 into a 1, place the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Could do that. Could buy first.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so he's taking with a 6.
Taking a building. And he's
And he
placed it in the
is-
building?
Placing it. Yes.
7 points.
Okay. Well, he got 7 points out of
That
it.
completes a region of a
Yep.
single space. And that building there lets him take from the board.
Which he took a monastery, which appears to be a endgame point scoring
That's right.
monastery. Okay, well, we'll see if he's happy with that.
Yeah, that was a long turn there. He was
Yes.
deep in thought on that one.
Four takes a boat. Four becomes a 3, takes a boat.
Okay. Oh, took 2 shipping tiles. Wow.
All right. So at this point, that move there gives him every ship he's going to need. And if he closes that out, that'll also give him the bonus
Yes,
from the board for having every one of those types finished.
correct. And he's got built-in mitigation of 1 per die.
Yeah. Well, he won't need it anymore because he took them. That's just for taking.
Oh,
But
that's correct. I'm sorry.
yeah. But he does have at least 1 worker. So if the dice go his way on this next turn, it could be a 1-2 punch.
It could.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the one downside of that is he's got a full warehouse.
He does.
He might be wasting
Correct.
the goods he would take and put in his personal warehouse. Is that worth doing? You know, that's
Right.
These guys, I'm sure, have that figured out.
Yep. Got a lot of piano chat happening, see?
There's a lot of piano talk.
There
yeah,
really
yeah,
is. There's a lot of piano chat. We've gone everywhere from Chopin to Elton John
yeah. Yes,
to Billy Joel.
Piano Man.
And Hans Zimmer now is the latest. Apparently, the information has changed that JC has self-taught himself 2 piano songs from YouTube.
Okay.
And so I'm going to assume that what he was playing was Hans Zimmer,
Yeah.
maybe the Interstellar soundtrack,
Okay.
according to chat.
I love that.
Right. Do you know that my... This is very true. My wife just went to see Hans Zimmer live in Chicago. So the juxtaposition of Hans Zimmer in the chat
Wow.
and that personal connection to Hans Zimmer in my own life,
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little bit like an out-of-body experience. Right now.
Yeah.
This is
You're getting a little teary-eyed.
this amount of serendipity is really hard for me to ingest right now.
Yeah. I try to ingest serendipity as frequently as I can. It's really good for the soles of your feet.
It is.
And I spend a lot of time standing,
Right.
so
I haven't quite digested my double-double either, so that could be that mixing with the serendipity.
yeah. Take your 1 a day, folks. It's good for you.
Sorry. Oh my.
Here we go again. June gets doubles.
Wow, this has been
He's got 2 1s, 2 6s, 2 2s. I
that
might
is
have missed one
that-
rolled
that-
in there, but he's getting a lot of doubles.
that is really rough.
And let's see.
War Game to Tears, pointing out interestingly, in Born 5, there are no large regions, so it's especially important that you get them down early.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I'm enjoying this board. I like
Yeah.
the look of this one. Not one I think I've played on personally, but I would love to.
I don't believe I have either.
Show these guys how it's done.
Place this.
Someone asking if silver mines are overpowered in the game. I doubt that just as a blanket statement, that would be true.
I'll tell you what, if they were overpowered, all these guys would be going for it.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Anything overpowered in any game
Correct.
at this level of competition,
Will be exploited.
they will know, they will go for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great way to find out if a game is well balanced.
Correct.
Throw it at these players.
Yep. All right. So JC already took and placed, I should say, one of those shipping tiles. And
Just taking some animals.
yep, yeah. He's going to be able to close out shipping before anybody else. I don't think he feels any real pressure there. I mean, I suppose Rob is down to his last 3.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think
He's
he's
got
okay.
none right now.
Right,
so
yeah, I think,
He's got that one.
yeah, JC doesn't need to rush.
Five. Well, place castle. That's fine.
Okay, that's going to get some points there.
Sure, black. Yep.
77 to 84.
And with free action, I will take this.
Oh, he took a shipping tile.
It's resolved. And then with this 3, place this boat.
Very
Another
interesting.
7, please.
84 to 91.
Uh-huh. And I will move 1 forward here. And I will take. Brown good.
It was a big turn.
It's a really big turn.
It's my turn.
Huh.
In the chat here, they're discussing the silver mines and how they're much more powerful early on
Hmm.
and less so later,
Sure.
because of course you will get more of a return. Mike S here is saying that especially when all the mines are single spaces, getting them early
Sure.
can be big, but that's actually not true on map 5.
Hmm.
There is near the top right-hand corner there,
There's a double.
2 mines
Mhm.
together.
Yep.
So that one actually is not 2 single spaces.
On map 1, that's definitely the case.
Yes, right. In map 2, I believe that's also
Okay.
the case. Yeah. Generally, yes, they're separated, but on this one they're not. And yeah, it's true. There's no large areas here. The biggest area here is what, 3?
That looks to be the case. There's a 3 monastery. There's a 3 shipping.
Yeah, 3
and
animals,
3
livestock
livestock
there.
there.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
couple of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Back to June with his pairs.
All right, he's still thinking here. Doing a lot of hesitation.
He really
it looks
is.
like
He really is. I think.
he's got a couple of, I'm guessing, overreaching strategies here at odds.
Yes. Well, again, he's just felt constant pressure, score-wise. I mean, they've been leapfrogging each other.
Right.
He took 2 workers there.
Good. Yeah. Good. It looks like he's been.
It may help him in
dice
the
have
future.
been
He's really
indicating to him take some workers. It seems.
Yeah.
Cerberus.
All right. He's purchasing. All right. He's buying one of those.
I'm just noticing we have 100 square
One of
miles.
those monasteries.
You can toss them.
Yeah. Not that I think we'll get confused or anything. Yeah. What's that? Right, yeah.
You'll be needing them sooner rather than later, actually.
He's thinking what to do with that building, with that monastery, rather.
Yep. Well, we're starting to get really close to the time that those finishing complete types are going to be going soon. You know,
Yep.
JC has the shipping pretty much locked up, and I think Rob's got mines very close as well. I think he's 1 away from mines.
There we go. He played that. Let's see if we can take a closer look at June's board there. Then maybe I
See some
can
of those
figure out what that.
He has by far the most monasteries, right? He has 3 on there.
Let's see here what he's
He
got.
doubled up. Actually, those are all the same.
Well, that one at the top there.
Oh, no, it's not all the same. You're right. But the other ones are going to be 1 per different types of buildings. So each of those are giving you points for other types of buildings.
Right, and then that top one there is going to be. Not seeing which one that is, actually. Because I'm seeing it looks like...
Is it a 1? Is that what we're saying? Or do we want you to? If you, oh,
But I think it's this one right here.
okay, gotcha.
Got it. Yeah, that's going to be... That's going to be the one that, whenever he places a livestock tile, he's going to be getting bonuses for the existing livestock
Okay,
in the same pasture.
okay.
Go ahead.
I think yes. There we go. We were, some of our information is given us by the ace crack crew here at the World Series of Board Gaming, and our computer was frozen, so.
All right. Got it. There we go.
And without them not realizing it, we're
Yeah.
making it at about 170 point font. It's
Yeah,
like, look, you idiots, here's the answer.
this wasn't changing at all.
We're seeing a blank white screen.
Hasn't been for a while. So
They're getting into font sizes that have never been even contemplated by humankind. I believe we were seeing a single pixel on the screen. It had been enlarged so much.
it's yep.
All right.
There we go. Look at that writing information.
So much shouting. Okay. It's Rob with the active player card. He's got a 5 and a 6.
Nice. 5 will place this mine.
Yeah, I think he closed out his mines
9
now.
points.
That's it.
He's still got it done in phase C.
You want to score the title right away?
Yes. Yeah.
6
So
points.
6 more points.
There you go. He got that.
6 more points.
Got 106.
And then the 6. George.
Got some workers as well. All right, June wasn't quite pairs, but it was 5 and a 6. So he's really
Well, he's got some workers.
he does
now.
have some workers now. Yeah,
He
he
got some wiggle room.
has
now.
some flexibility now.
It is interesting. Both June and JC happen to have the same kinds of goods in their warehouses.
That is
There are
interesting.
no more of that kind out now, but if they do come out in Phase D here, they might be fighting.
They
for
might be
more of
rushing
those.
for it because
You can sell a bunch of them with a single die.
right, you can sell up to 3 to 9 points. Yeah,
Yeah, it's three victory points for each
Right.
in a 3-player game.
right. We got a little more interstellar going on. I'm going to tell you, every one of these players are feeling tension. It's not like it's a discomfort, but you can tell they're all very intent.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point in the game where every decision is even more important.
Cascadia Finals is nice.
Nice and chill.
Eat dinner.
Oh, they could eat dinner.
He used the 6 to get workers, okay?
All right, they had a little moment of levity there, talking about dinner.
Yeah.
Being in the finals is nice, and ready to go get some dinner, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It does seem, JC does seem a little more relaxed, I
He
will
does,
say.
he does, yes.
You know,
He
June and Rob are a little more intense right now.
Right.
Team, because you have the tile.
So I do wonder, again, he's a little more loose. Does that get in the other
I
two
wonder, yeah.
competitors'
I mean,
heads?
because he is, there's a big spread there between first and third at the current.
Yeah.
Yeah. 25? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
7 to 112.
Yes, 112.
Wow. Whoa. Wow. That was a big play for him.
All done?
Very nice. All right. Final turn here of the third phase. Final round, I should say, of the third phase.
Well, as the Dice Tower disembodied voice says there, JC has a certain level of comfort from already winning 2 rings. You know? So,
This is gonna be the worst castle version ever. 1. What place is? I don't know where they are.
Cows. Yeah.
For 2 points.
okay, placed cows.
4 becomes a 5. Places this castle. 4,
Okay, he's going to get a bonus action.
7. 6.
All right, he's got a bonus action here with a virtual die, whatever he wants. He could put
He could find out, he can close out shipping, but I don't know that he's,
those warehouses maybe aren't very appealing right now.
Right.
That might be the thing.
right.
He also might not want to be the first one
Correct.
to get to the end of the track.
Yes.
But if he wants to get that bonus, he has to be.
He has to be, yeah.
Okay, he is playing with the goods in his warehouse there, considering those.
I'll just take 2 orders.
He'll take workers. Okay, okay. You could tell he was thinking about something else, but decided that it was best to maybe hang back a bit.
Yeah, invest in his future there when it comes to the luck of the dice.
Right. Does June really have snake eyes again? Oh, it's Rob's turn now.
It is Rob's turn, but yeah, he's got snake eyes again.
That is amazing. And, you know, but he's he's in the lead. You know, he's been able to turn those lemons into lemonade.
Yeah. I mean, that luck should even out
Yeah.
over,
Sure.
what is it, 25 rolls.
Mm-hmm.
What in the worker?
But it does seem like he's gotten a lot of pairs,
Yep.
Thank you.
which isn't inherently bad.
No,
It
it's not.
doesn't mean anything.
I
you
mean,
know,
yeah,
just-
right,
If
exactly.
those numbers work out now, they work out. But
Yes. Sometimes you
it just doesn't have that flexibility.
if that's what
among
it
the
is.
2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
6. Into 6. 2 silverlings.
Hmm. He looks frozen in place.
He
There he
really
goes.
is. Yep. We're not buffering.
Let's take a look here at his board state. So he's got a ship he's sitting there with.
Mm-hmm.
He's spread out quite a bit actually to the left side of his
has.
board.
Yeah.
There's a castle spot he's ready to jump on, but there are no castles out there. Now, to be fair, they're about to switch phases.
Yeah.
So that could be it, but he's got to do something with those 2 ones now.
He could place the shipping tile right now. He's not chosen to do that for a while.
He could. It's not great pickings in the warehouses
That's
necessarily.
it. Yeah.
But he could do that.
Mm-hmm. Could take the orange tile.
There's also the yellow tile at the top there, the monastery.
Yeah.
That's number 8. That would be that would let him, and he might need this honestly with the luck it
Yeah.
seems he's been having. That's the one that if he deployed that, he could use a worker to change a die by 2
Oh, by
instead of
2.
1
Okay, I see.
for every worker.
Okay,
He could use a 1 to take that.
Yeah.
You know?
could. He might feel it's a little late in the game to do it, but it's certainly a possibility. Yeah, yep. Oh, he did not grab that tile. Instead, he grabbed a building. Okay. He could place the building right now if he chose to do so.
All right, so let's take a look here at what he took. It looks like he's got himself one of these. Of these here.
These, yes.
So when he deploys that, he'll be able to take a livestock or a ship tile from the game board when he plays that tile.
Yeah, immediately will allow him to.
All right,
draw
so he's
livestock
going for that,
with
and
it.
again, it's all about tempo at this point.
Yep.
That's going to basically net him a free die, right?
Right,
He puts
right.
that out, gets something else that didn't cost him a die. He's trying to keep that tempo.
Yep.
I guess maybe you're right, that mitigation might be a little too late.
Yeah. He's shipping, spelling, I should say. Increases his lead.
Alright.
End of round.
All right, it is
Throw this in the
phase
box.
D.
Phase D. While we set up for the next phase, I feel like we have a little bit of something that we could be talking about Dune Imperium.
Yeah, we can talk about the Dune Imperium.
Let's
Check
talk
this out.
about Dune Imperium.
Arrakis, Dune, the desert planet. Experience the award-winning strategy of Dune Imperium as never before. Take board game battles online with friends or hone your tactics against clever AI opponents. Unique challenges test your ability to adapt and survive. Control the spice. Control the universe in Dune Imperium.
That's right, Dune Imperium Digital.
Yeah.
Lovely production.
Direwolf.
They know how to make those apps.
I'm telling you what,
Symmetry.
the board game apps they do are remarkably good.
Yeah, fantastic. I need to bring that one around. Do a little what's happening.
You
with
should
that
do
one.
some
Yeah.
what's happening. I
Yeah.
like that idea.
Do that.
All right, look at that. June got a 2 and a 5.
All right.
And
Some
then
nice number spreads around the
4,
table
5
there.
for Rob, 3, 4 for JC.
Not bad, not bad. All right, so we've got some new tiles out there. We'll check in on what's around the board, give you a little tour here. We got a few shipping tiles, it looks like, some livestock, especially in the center, in the market. There's some juicy livestock in the market
Yes,
there.
there are.
And we've got then the around the board
Yeah,
there.
so in the
we've got
one region there, that yellow tile is a scoring church.
the one that scores off of the church is there, right? And then
Yep.
yellow 3 is in space 2, and yellow 3 is the one where you get 2 silver coins instead of 1 whenever you sell goods.
Okay.
Again, is that too late?
Kind of late, but it might get you some
Is
points.
that good tempo though?
Yeah, probably
They have
not.
to decide that. Is it
Yep.
too late in the game?
Yep.
I love that tile. Actually, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it is.
I love the
because you like
gathering,
the strip tile.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Gathering and then selling the goods. And if I can get that tile early, you better believe I'm going to jump on.
Yep. Then in 5 we've got the yellow 13, the
Yep.
monastery 13, which, if that tile is in your duchy, whenever you use taking workers action, not only do you get those 2 workers, you get a coin in addition to it. The last time that you and I played, you abused that tile.
So he turns into a
I love getting extra stuff.
You abused the tile.
Extra stuff is good.
And then in the center, our last monastery for this particular phase is 24. At the end of the game, if this tile is in your duchy, you're going to get 4 points for each different livestock type that you play. So if you've got a diversity of livestock within your duchy, you want that monastery 24.
I wonder if that's gonna. Is anybody really going for that? I guess he's taking it right
He just
there.
took it.
It's interesting. At some points, right? You want the points.
Right.
I'm not seeing a whole lot of
He
variety
has
for
one,
animals.
I believe he has one livestock, but there is livestock on the board.
I suppose at this point,
Yes.
having that tile, knowing he has it,
Yep.
Place.
he can spread out, right?
Yeah.
It's like you'll take some cows, some goats, some sheep,
He placed it right away.
an emu. There's an emu tile.
There is an emu.
Is that the promotional tile?
Yes.
I've replaced all the tiles in my copy with donkey tiles.
Yes. Sure. I mean, it adds a nice little piquant flavor to the game.
Yeah. Spicy donkey. That's. As Mike says here in the Mike S in the chat, yellow 24 can be big points.
Yes.
And it can also add a very interesting color to a lot of different foods.
Yes.
You know, red
Yellow,
number 40 and yellow 24.
right. I used to be a big fan of blue number 7, and then they found out it's deadly poison.
Yeah, it is.
So
Yeah.
I stopped with the blue
Avoid.
number 7.
Avoid blue number 7.
I did, it was pretty much the soundtrack of my childhood. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that too much internal damage has not already taken
You'll
place.
be all right, I think. You made it this far.
I would say 9 out of the 10 cereals that I ate was just lousy with blue number 4.
Yeah. All right, good. Living on borrowed time.
It's Phase E for me, Z. Phase E.
Yeah, I think soon you'll be making a visit to the shed, the tile shed. But what's the
The survey shed.
This-
No,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Duchy shed.
Duchy
Okay,
shed,
Rob,
yeah.
Rob is taking a monastery.
So he snagged that one at the top.
Yep. Scoring church tile. He took a shipping tile.
Yeah, it feels like these guys are barreling towards the end here, huh?
It does.
Making some moves.
It does. How close is anybody to finishing?
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh,
We know what that was on.
Oh boy. Okay. And Rob has 2 churches, I believe, I'm being told. And so by getting that scoring tile that scores for churches, that obviously is fantastic.
it's 8 points right there.
I was so excited that I got to get rid of them, I couldn't even believe it was my turn.
Wonder if the people having a friendly animated chat around them realize.
We're going to be discussing the conversation.
No, if they realize that they're adding ambiance to
To the final.
to just the tension. It's from they're from the Cascadia final table. Okay, all right,
A
Cascadia.
lot more
Yeah,
joking
there's
at
a
that
slightly
table. Huh?
different atmosphere with the Cascadia folks
Kind of pressure.
than with the Castles of Burgundy folks.
It's fun.
It makes sense. It checks out. I just thought I heard something about a condor, but I just assumed I misheard it. But
Okay.
it makes sense now.
Could have just been somebody talking about a condor.
Could have been, or Day of the Condor, a very fine film.
It's good, yeah. Okay.
Is it June?
It is June. He's the only one with dice in front of him,
Yep.
so he's wrapping up his turn here.
If they have the third Seahawk up.
Very thoughtful young man.
Hmm.
There's a lot of chattering hawks.
Oh, I thought it was foxes they were saying. Yeah.
They're discussing
They're discussing the
Cascade. It's
the
like,
condor.
oh, they're
chat.
talking about boxers.
Yeah, yeah. Now the discussion switches to Cascadia. That's the kind of gamers they are, Z. Is that they can be actively playing Castles of Burgundy and they are already formulating strategies for the
Looking over
game
there.
that they're not even playing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Making
toying
moves.
with us, Z.
Making
They're
moves in their
toying
head.
with us. I get confused and can't stop. Like, can I stop? Am I allowed to stop in this game? It doesn't say in the rules.
It doesn't technically clarify that.
Right.
Wait, my servers.
All right, he's buying a tile, the building. Got a full supply now.
I'm surprised those two animal tiles in the center are still there. No one's jumping on those.
And they're different, so I mean,
I believe they are different, yeah.
I would think JC might be eyeing them if he can. So it looks like June bought the boarding house to give him more workers and for his monastery scoring.
Right, so it'll give them the workers and
Yep,
combos with some victory points.
sure, makes sense.
All right, very good, very good. JC has started to lag a little bit in victory
Yeah,
points
he
here.
has.
He's
He's
two bends behind everybody else at this point, huh?
and he's been sitting there for a little bit, so it's time to make moves for JC.
5, 6.
All right, he is deploying that building.
All right. Gives him the 4 workers. Yep,
Right,
4
yep,
workers.
4 workers, yep. Very nice. He's got a 2 left.
Does. And let's see, he's got a shipping tile, which
That tile's been sitting there for
it's
a
been
while.
sitting there for a while, and I think it's because, I mean, is he concerned about? He's lagging behind the shipping track. Is he waiting to try to come in at the end? But I think he's running out of time for that. I gotta say.
Yeah, I don't think that's the play here. I just think he's not focused on it. He's
Right.
got bigger and better things to ideally do.
Correct.
Unfortunately, that tile will take up a spot in
Yeah.
his key,
Yeah.
little key area there.
Took another building.
Oh, no.
All right, very nice. We'll remind you those buildings in the same area have to be distinct.
Correct. In the
They
same
have
region.
to be in the same region, right? They have to be distinct. And the one he took there is, again, the one that lets him, when he places it, take a livestock or a ship. And then the other one he's got there is going to be the town hall. And that one lets him immediately, when he builds it, place a second hex tile of any color.
Right.
So taking, placing freely. That's what both of those do.
Right. Okay, this time JC rolled a couple of ones there.
Ooh, some snake eyes. Okay.
Okay, taking a building. That wasn't one. I'm telling you, JC's turns are remarkably quick.
Yeah, he seems to be cool.
He took
as
a town
cucumber.
hall. Yeah, he took a town hall as well.
Okay, he's thinking. He's thinking.
He's changing maybe.
Into a 6.
Okay. All right. Well, that will close out a region.
It's 5 points each.
And then
Okay.
he got a bonus placement.
Yeah, so he gets
Which
10
gets
points
him-
total and that.
That was a wild turn.
Yeah.
They put out a building
Right.
that lets him play a free building. It was its own grouping.
Yep.
He scored that. That new building he got to place, castle.
Yep.
Its own grouping. They always
Yep.
are. And that lets him take another action.
Yes.
So
Now
he's done. And he's
taking
taking a
a-
tile for that.
he's taking a mine. Wow.
That was, yeah. Again, his turns are these incredible combos.
Yes, yes. And you could tell, I mean, he's
Gotta take
using
that
his
mind,
time
buddy.
to think. Like he's not
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
laboring on his turns at all.
I agree. Yeah, he's very fast.
Yeah, Board Game to Tears does mention that if you building in the same region, but it doesn't really apply much here.
Right. Right. So we've got, I believe, Rob going right now.
I believe you're correct. It looks like Rob might buy a building. Oh, no, using a worker.
I will take this.
All right.
And then we it's 3. Place this.
He places that out.
Okay.
Yep, happy.
Yeah, it looks like that was also a town hall, I believe. We've had a lot of town halls getting placed here.
Mm-hmm.
With the 1.
Oh,
Place this here. Placement bonus.
that's a very decisive turn. by
Yeah, yeah,
June.
he's making a move.
He closed a region up there.
I think it has one next to it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there, you're right. I
Cluster.
think that 5 is. I think that 5 is part of that region. You're right.
All right, he took a tile. The one he just placed allowed him to take a tile, so
Mhm.
he grabbed that livestock tile. Can't quite place it right now. He's got a 6 left.
Yep.
He also has no silver, so nothing he can buy.
Right. Exactly.
What's he gonna do here? Is he giving up multiple workers to make this happen?
Yeah. I mean, he's got them. He's
Well,
got
we could
'em.
turn that 6 into a 1, actually. and
Correct.
Just place
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Does look like he's thinking about using a worker. He is. And, yep, you got that right. See, so he's going to go ahead and just place that.
Points. 5 points.
5 points.
Yes.
He's getting 5 points. He must be getting a bonus point from
Yeah,
something.
there must be because they're not next to any of the same animal.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's got that monastery that gives him bonus points
Yeah.
for the animals. So he placed, has 4 animals, but he got 5 points. Definitely something he knows and is, going to be leaning into. He's got a couple
Sure.
more placement for those animals, and ideally generate some silver
that's
coins
nice.
so he can buy some
Right.
from the center. Though there's a couple of them out there still.
There are. Oh, look at that. Now we've got.
That's now a juicy
That's
warehouse.
a juicy spot now.
Okay, those ships are coming out. Now we've got some ship movement happening, I think.
Oh,
This is kind of what everybody's been waiting
yep,
on.
They've been
it
waiting
seems.
on. Yep. It's shippity ship time.
All right, is this going to be the moment where he finally...
Yeah. Does JC just drop a hammer here and
Workers.
get a bunch of points?
All right, so he's taking 2 workers.
Okay.
Turn that into a 6.
Okay.
And he is
Done.
not quite yet
Nope.
doing that. All right. Moving to Rob.
The other thing you have to consider is that depending upon the combinations of the buildings and the monasteries, you can have so many bonus points. Or end game points, I should say. They're not
Yeah.
bonus points.
Sure. Right.
And if others are neglecting that a bit, that can be a big, big game changer.
It seems like only 2 of the 6 colors have had their bonuses
Yeah.
taken, their first bonus taken, so
Yep.
they haven't been able to quite close those out yet.
No. Well, I mean, JC has been able to close out the shipping for a long time.
He hasn't, right?
He
He's
just
been
hasn't.
able to,
He's
but
chosen
he
not to,
hasn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's, strictly because of not wanting to go to the last spot on the shipping track if he doesn't have to first.
Ship.
Okay, he's grabbing a ship there. Rob is. He's now got 2 of those.
He's got 2. So this is interesting because is he trying to goad JC into just going ahead and placing that so he doesn't lose the higher tile for that?
Yeah, that's definitely some pressure.
Yeah.
All right, we are taking up at June now. He's got a 3 and a 6. He has a shipping tile himself,
Yep.
and seemed like a push for maybe the livestock was in his future here, but let's see
It does seem to be where he was
which way
trying
he
to
goes.
head it.
Yeah, yeah. Also having those 2 tiles, if he does place the ship
Mm-hmm.
and empties out that warehouse, that's pretty nice for
That is-
him
that
because
is.
he definitely could benefit from generating some silver. All right, so he is deploying that ship.
Okay.
He's definitely going for that warehouse.
Yep.
25, right?
And he could sell
Yeah.
those right now, in fact, because he's
Yep.
got a 6.
He's got a 6. But there is one in the 5 spot. Does he wait for that?
Yeah.
Nope. He's selling them right away for 6 points.
Oh, he's thinking. He's pondering. Yep. All right.
6 points, 6 points. 20, 30.
And a silver. Yep. There you go.
All right. Here we are. Back to it. Now, does that nope, tile goes into 2. If it had gone into 6, that would have been interesting. All right, we got a 5 and a 6 rolled for JC. 2 and 3 for June. And I think
Let's see. Rob's got a 1 and a 5, I think.
yes. Jeremiah says this looks so intense. Big brain stuff. That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think I, for one, just feel good when I can kind of predict what they're going to do. I'm like, oh, hey.
Yeah,
maybe I
hey,
sort
we're
of
not completely
understand-
off board. Yeah.
Maybe I sort of understand what's going on, but
Yep.
every now and then I'm like, oh, he'll do this, I think.
Okay, so JC, I think, finished up
Plus
mines.
points.
Yep,
So he
there
gets
it goes.
the secondary tile there. And suddenly he's pretty close to Rob.
6 will become a 5 for free to pick.
There we go. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, sometimes, I predict and
Yeah.
they just take a complete left turn.
Absolutely.
Like, well, okay.
Like,
if
oh,
they,
didn't
they
see
know
that
something
coming.
I don't know.
Right.
And they definitely do.
All right, we're in the last round of the penultimate phase. Or are we? No, we still have
No matter how I close.
one more coming.
It's Rob thinking now, taking his time.
Yeah, well, it's been a number of turns here that he's gotten some good scoring, so he's been building up, but
To be fair, they've all had those
they have.
tremendous turns.
They have, yeah.
You know, where they go, this links into that, and just blow us away, definitely. And
Yeah.
probably show each other that there's a reason why they're at that table.
Right. Hey, Rob is scoring again. He's got tile he can buy. I'm kind of
And with the one, I will take 2 workers.
okay. So he didn't place his his ship tile with the 1. So again, this is another game of chicken I think we have going on here.
It's very interesting, you know. I kind of want to go up to them at the end and ask them. What's that idea about? That idea of like waiting on the ships. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
exactly.
watch them play.
Mm-hmm.
What's the thought process there?
Well, because
there's a reason for all
there-
these things, you know.
for sure. I mean, I just on an intuitive level think that having the top turn order in the last phase is the most important. Wouldn't you think?
I think so, but
Yeah.
you also want to make it to that last spot so that
Right.
you get that bonus for having
100%.
all those tiles. You don't want to pass that up
No,
just for being earlier.
you don't. But I mean, the difference between
Just the one that came out. Okay, so that one's accepted as whatever it is, and then this one. Okay.
Oh, okay, he had
he had a
one go awry there.
Still a 5. Okay.
All right.
oh wow, look at that. 5 is now interesting.
Three. Place this boat.
There we
goes.
go.
He closed it out.
This up.
I think that must have been the tipping point there.
That juicy
See what I'm
warehouse would have
saying?
done it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Plus 6, so 16 points.
16. Yep.
Wow, there you go. There's your big move.
To 18.
5. Well, what is
Jumps right in between their scores there.
Yep, he closes out
And
another
he's
region.
Doing it again.
Is it another 10 points?
Sure. Yeah.
Look at that. He's right there in near the lead now.
That's your point.
Yep. Very good.
Ah, look at that. Look at that.
Yep, that's a big turn.
So, Rob can theoretically take turn order
Yeah,
because
this is
he
what
has the 2 tiles.
This is what I'm waiting to see now. Now that he's done it, right? Now that JC's gotten there with the
Right,
ships,
right.
does Rob now go, okay, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Does he close that?
Just close
right?
it. Right.
So it'll be interesting to see if he pushes for that.
It will,
here.
because it will also close a region for him.
Right. And means,
And he would get the secondary
first.
point chip.
yeah. Because I don't think at this point, June's probably not going to catch up to him
No.
on that turn order track.
I
that
don't
shipping
think so.
Track.
I don't think so. Well, especially since he's not sitting on any shipping
Right.
tiles. There's 1 on the board right now. I'm not sure what Rob's worker situation is, so.
He's holding them right now.
Is he? Yeah, he's got at least
He's
one.
got at least, yeah, he's got some. It looks like he's holding them.
Yeah.
So he's debating what he's doing with those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so hearing it might be 3. He took 2 workers last turn.
Yeah. It looks.
Okay, so here we go.
Place this.
He spent 2 of them.
Well, he's got.
Wow, again, every time I think I
he
know
had
what they're
quite
doing.
a few then. He had
Yeah.
quite a few workers because he's still sitting on at least 2.
He closed out that building region. Now he's putting.
Really matter.
There he goes.
Okay. Can't. No, he can take that. Oh wow, give him his 3rd. That's a big move. Tell you what, it seems like every turn now they're making big moves.
Use the 5 and 2 workers. Yep. Place this.
He had 5 workers.
Yep, that's amazing.
And
Look
he
at that.
immediately follows suit, like you were saying,
Yep.
Mike. You called it. As soon as he got to the end of the track, and JC did, Rob goes, got it, close.
Yep.
We're closing.
Because to him, it's worth losing a couple of points
Yeah.
on the tile.
It's 3 points. He
Right.
literally gives up 3 points by not having done that earlier.
Right.
And he's first.
And he's first in the last
the rest
phase.
of the game.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah. And so I think that's what JC was seeing. He's like, how long am I going to play this game? I can't. He wasn't able to move forward and take his big turn until he just did that.
Right. Right.
Well, June might be buying time. Well, he probably will be because he wants livestock. At this point, livestock
There
is
he goes.
his bread and butter.
And if he places that, he's going to get quite a few points there.
Yep.
That gives him, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points, I believe. That would give him 8 points.
Yeah. That's what he's doing right now.
Looks like 8 points. Or not bad at all.
9 because
Well,
he
he
has
gets
the
1
bonus
per
time.
time.
I gave him
Okay,
one.
so 9.
You gave him 1 extra minute too. 34 to 43.
This is
Very tight.
It's very tight, but this is interesting to me. At this point, the game almost is feeling like an engine building game because they're just like toom, toom, toom. All the things they built towards are now coming to fruition.
Right. Now there are clear things they want and
Yep.
clear things they don't care for.
Right. All right. I think we need just a little bit of a breather before we get to this last and final phase. Yeah.
7th inning stretch here.
7th inning
huh?
stretch. So
All right.
are we at this point? I'm making sure. Yeah. What do we might want to? Oh, you know what? There's something really interesting going on with the Red Cathedral.
Yes, there is. That's
Because
right. Yeah.
De Vere has been doing something very exciting where they are offering a trip to Essen Spiel. But let's let someone who knows more about it talk about it.
I don't
No,
think there's a
I
video
won't be.
for this.
It's going to be
actually.
me. Look, here's the bottom line, folks. No one knows more about the Red Cathedral than I do. You like? I mean, I was waiting for someone to step up. It ain't happening, folks. It's me, right? I am your authority in all things the Red Cathedral. And the North American Invitational is happening, and you're going to have the opportunity to win a plane ticket and lodging for
That's
3
right.
days, see,
That's right.
to the Essen Spiel World Championship to compete there.
Well, that's happening,
Plus
yeah.
a $100 coupon.
Well, the winner from last year
Right.
actually is heading to Essen Spiel
year.
in like a week.
We'll see him.
So
We're going to
the-
be there soon.
That's right. And so the winner from this year gets that same opportunity and goes next year
It's
to Essen. So
it's
very, very cool.
Really,
yeah.
really cool.
Really neat stuff. Make
Right.
sure you check that out. All the other events happening this week, we've got lots of them.
Yes.
Tomorrow, we've got several events coming. The final's going to be happening. So, yeah, make sure you check all that out.
Yep.
All right. We are into the final phase here. Let's see what we've got here as far as some buildings. Quite a few animals. That's good.
That's good for
It
June.
did seem a little backloaded with
It did.
the
It
with
did.
the livestock.
It really
The,
did.
the whole game, I mean.
Yeah. If there's one thing I don't want with my livestock is to be backloaded. There's nothing worse than backloaded
Let's
livestock.
cut to the authority on that. Oh, it's Mike. Mike, talk to us about the back of livestock.
All right. Well, folks, let me get my drawing board. I need props.
Where's your laser point? Had it around here somewhere.
Okay, let's talk about the monastery tiles that we have going on there in our final round. In the one space that looks like a bank scoring monastery, we can double check that, but that's what it appears to be.
Yeah, the bank.
In the
scoring.
2 region, we've got the scoring carpenters. Looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and in space 5, we've got our final. No, we also do we have one in the middle, or was it taken?
No, there's not one in the
No.
middle there, but now there isn't. But yeah, the one in 5 looks to be the this one right here, which is whenever you place a ship, in addition to taking all the goods from a depot. You grab all the goods from an adjacent depot.
Right.
That's gonna sit there.
And Rob did just grab the one that was in the middle.
Oh, he did,
took the
okay.
middle
Yeah.
15.
Yeah. Yeah, the one with the ships and taking all the adjacent goods as well as the ones you want.
Yeah.
That's going nowhere.
No.
But yeah, the 15. That's going to be 2 victory points. Another tile I love here. 2 victory points for each different type of good you sold
Yeah.
3 more points.
at the end of the game.
All right, so Rob also got the secondary tile for, was it the silver mines? Sorry, I didn't quite see it. Castles. Castle? No, he took livestock, sorry. All right, here we go. What's JC going to do? He's got a 3 and a 6. He's sitting on 2 livestock tiles. Which I do find interesting. It's not like he's really... June's clearly going to be able to close out livestock. Oh, yes. He had the scoring diversity monastery for livestock, and he's got cows and sheep right now in his duchy.
Yeah, he just grabbed what might be pigs even. So yeah, I think he's going for a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Place. Split here for 3 points.
Places it?
3 points. Blue.
And then the 3 that picked up those pigs.
And he
Yep.
got some pigs just now. Yep.
Farmhouse.
Yeah, he's going for a lot of different stuff.
Yep. Seems like that's his main focus here in this final phase, at least to this extent.
Yeah, that's the push.
June with the 1 and the 3, he has 1 building in his supply.
Yeah, Rob is definitely in a strong position here to lead, to be
Yes,
first, right?
yes.
New dice roll, he's first.
Yep.
First to buy, first to everything. So
Yep. And he's, sitting what, 5 points behind the leader?
yeah, it's very close
It's
right now.
very close. Well, this is what
They're
you're
all
seeing.
around 130, 140, as you
Yep.
can see there.
And it will be significantly higher at the end of the game.
Yeah, you can expect as they start closing these things up, even though these are smaller
These
groups.
are smaller groups, yep.
But, I'm guessing here approaching 220 is kind of what we can expect to see. Maybe a little lower than that if because the map is a little funky.
I typically get 260 just by putting random tile draws.
Do you really?
Yeah, I just draw randomly and I place randomly.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't necessarily follow, the rules.
Right.
Sure, I mean, I tend to find that most of my tile placements net me between 30 to 40 points.
Yeah.
So
You also start at 300 and work backwards.
I do.
Right?
I do.
Yeah, 260 is good then.
Yeah. All right, June, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
He's got to be feeling some serious pressure.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been a long game for him, a draining game for him.
Yeah.
To 6.
Making that a 6. Taking the livestock. Okay, so he can close livestock.
Unfortunately, if
Not
I'm not
this turn.
mistaken, I don't think those match what he's working with.
No, I don't think,
So
because I don't think there's any sheep out there.
That'll unfortunately hurt his scoring capabilities
Yeah,
there.
for
They
sure.
just didn't come out.
They did not come out. It could have been huge.
And the 3.
Okay. Okay. Another boarding house for June.
Sorry. No, you're fine.
All right, we got Rob with 1 and a 4.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be going first the rest of the game.
He's got 3 of those region completion
does.
tiles, so he's completed already.
He's got
3 different tiles.
He
types.
has. He has a primary and 2 secondary.
It's really interesting. They've all, and I don't know again if this is a typical strategy or not, but they've all pivoted towards animals
Yeah.
late in the game.
Well, I mean, to some extent, as we said, they haven't really come out consistently until late in the game.
And I think it's partly because they don't do anything for you but give you points.
Right.
You don't want to do that early in the game. You want the tile that gets you another tile.
That's
you want the tile that
exactly
gets you
right.
workers.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
the tile that moves you ahead and you get to go earlier. Animals to give you points.
Right.
But you can do that later. You know,
Right.
you can do that when you have the engine
That's right.
coming, you know.
Exactly. And that's why you might be looking for the monasteries that score animals before you actually are even picking up the animals. You know what I mean?
100%. Right. I'll tell you, if I played this again right now, Mike, I think I would crush you.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd go.
Or somebody who hasn't watched this. How about
Correct.
that?
That's good. Yeah, I would basically play the exact game that all 3 of these players have played.
Somehow, like at the same time.
It would be 3 concurrent games. I'd
Roll
be like
6 dice.
a chess master where I would walk from one game board to the next.
Yeah.
Here, I'm playing JC's game. You've lost. Here, I'm playing June's game. You've lost. Here, I'm playing Rob's game. We're putting $200 on it. You've lost.
Oof.
How about that?
Okay. 2 silver.
He's buying from the center.
Livestock.
That's the move.
Mm-hmm.
And then what is this? 4. Place here. 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay. Closed out a region.
Okay, they are tied right now. He and June are tied.
Looks like JC's
Still
about
board
12
games.
points back.
Oh yes.
Those guys. For 6
Okay.
points.
6 points blue. 37.
Yep. And then 6 more for selling 2 goods.
Okay. 243.
Okay, that's over.
They are all tied.
Wow. That is amazing.
Everyone is currently tied at 143 points.
Wow.
That is amazing.
To be fair, June hasn't taken his turn.
He hasn't taken his turn yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 for the pigs.
Yeah, 3 for the pigs and then
And 8.
8 for the other.
area.
So 11 and then
6 more. 17 total.
6 more 17. Makes sense.
Wow. Whoa.
Very nice.
My goodness.
We can do it separately if you want.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not good at math.
Okay.
3, 5, and then 7. Yes.
17. So we came up with, yeah, okay. So 17 for green. 43 to 60.
That's a play right there.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
The 5. Place this here.
He closed that too, didn't he? Nope, he did not. Okay.
That's worth
Oh, he did.
8.
Yeah.
for the region.
Thought he
68.
had.
Very impressive play.
Man.
Very impressive play. All right. Moving into the last 3 turns here of the game. Last 3 rounds.
They both roll 2-3 and then a 2-6 for Rob.
Yeah, this is going to be a nail biter.
Yep. Have you played Burgundy, the drafting variant of Burgundy?
I haven't. How's that go?
So you each get a duchy,
Okay.
and then you look at your duchy.
Yeah, like this. One of these.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you pass the duchy. But you
Okay.
can only do it on the left-hand side.
Pass the duchy. Oh, 10-5. Got it.
It's an interesting way to play the game. See, it kind of adds a new little bit of je ne sais quoi.
I have not played it that way, Mike, but I intend to.
Give it a shot.
That sounds good. I
Give
mean,
it a shot.
my copy already has no dice and it's filled with donkeys, so this ain't gonna be that much of a change.
Oh. Look, this is what you get when you ask me to commentate at this hour. Normally,
you get gold.
Normally, I've been asleep for 4 hours, folks.
Yeah. You do not realize every time we cut to a commercial break here, Mike takes a
I take a power
10-second
nap.
power
I
nap.
take a power
He
nap.
just checks out.
A big scoop of fiber and a 10-second power nap. That's what I do.
48.
Okay. Okay. Changing that.
What's he doing here? What's he doing? So he's deploying a building.
Yep.
That building looks like it gets him 4 workers.
Yep.
Very
Oh,
nice.
well, that gives him a lot of flexibility now, which is good at this stage of the game. I mean, just in the sense that,
Yeah. I mean, he could close out those yellow monasteries in the middle there right now.
mm-hmm.
He could do that
Yep.
grouping. It does take 3 workers. All 3 of those workers, or 3
Yeah.
of those 4, would go away. Is he doing that?
I mean, it's like you said earlier, they don't seem to sit on those workers.
No, absolutely. Yeah. They've got them. Use
They're
them.
using them.
Forget, what you
Mhm.
rolled. Make this work for you right now.
Yep.
What makes sense right now? They are running out of time here.
They are.
I'm sure they're feeling that pressure too. Because if you're sitting on goods, you want to sell them. Otherwise, every good you didn't sell is a single victory point.
Right.
Instead of 3
Mhm.
and a coin. Those coins are victory points
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's you want to be selling those off.
And I'm telling you, the way this is going, I don't think you can leave any point on the table. You gotta, you know what I mean? Maximize every opportunity you
Yeah,
have.
I agree. He's thinking about that second die, which is a
Mhm.
3 right now.
Yeah, I think for a while, I think he was contemplating using all those workers right now.
It sure looked like he was. He might just choose to take something. This late in the game.
Only used
Okay,
one.
he's making it a 4.
He can place that building right now, or that monastery, but I think, he's going to take something instead. Okay.
Good. Okay, got it.
All right, here we go. The penultimate turn, folks. Ooh, JC gets a 1 and a 2. 3 of 4. And a 3-4 as well for Rob.
Oh, looks like Rob has been taking online piano lessons as well.
That's correct. That's avant-garde going on there, though.
You think so?
I do.
I was getting a little Van Halen. A little jump, I think, is what I was getting.
That was their
on that.
synthesizer period. Okay, he just closed out.
Plus 8. So 12.
Wow. Okay, so we got 12 for the grouping, and then he's going to get another, I don't know exactly how many, 5 maybe for closing that region?
So worker. Sells 3 goods.
Selling goods. There you go.
Yep.
$9 or 9 points.
9 points.
Kind of similar.
When you sell goods, you expect dollars.
Yeah, I want
You know
dollars.
what I mean?
That's right.
59 to 68.
Ooh, look at that tide. Man,
There we go.
wow.
Moving right along.
2. We'll sell those 2 goods for 6 points. And then silver.
It
He's
is
selling.
interesting. Yeah, he's selling. Same deal. Yeah, these guys know exactly what they want to do, you know?
Yes, they do.
This tile for 8 points.
Okay,
8 points.
and he's closed that region as well.
62.
Okay.
He's got a bunch of coins. He's not using them.
Well, they are worth victory points if he
That's
does.
true.
So
That is true. He may not get the
at
value.
this point, it might not be worthwhile.
So 8 plus 4 is 12.
68 to 80.
Wow. Jeez.
That's a big jump.
June is doing nothing but big moves now.
This is so anybody's game right
That's
now. That's what it feels like
crazy.
to me, you know?
Yeah, someone in the
All three
chat
of
was
them.
saying that they feel like Rob has a lot of points in Monastery sitting on his.
Yeah.
So June's going to have to get his points here because he's probably not going to be able to keep up with them for endgame scoring. But it still looks like it could be anyone's game.
I think Rob is looking over at the Cascadia people, telling them to shove a condor in it. And it sounds like they did.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're still there. Come here.
Yeah.
Faintly.
Keep hearing them say, "Why I otter?" I don't know. Say one thing also, JC is staying hydrated.
He is.
The other two have been bereft of moisture for
Yeah. Welcome to Vegas.
far too
Folks,
long.
okay? It's dry out
I
here.
tell you, it's an arid
Let me see,
table.
what was
That's an arid
The
table.
humidity right now is at 18%. 18%. So the other 82 is
Right.
trying to actively kill you.
That's correct. Do you know what happens to the human body when it gets to 17% humidity?
What happens?
I really don't think I can say. We're on a live stream. See,
Fair.
let me just tell you, it's gruesome. You don't
Your
want to.
insides become your outsides.
You don't want to be within a 20-foot radius of somebody when it turns to 17 or whatever you said, a degree less than that.
Yeah. 17 was right. Yeah. Good.
All right, here we go. Using 2 workers.
He's turning something into a 5. He's taking a tile.
Nice.
Interesting.
Wow.
What's he up to there?
He doesn't tend to take quick turns, and that one was pretty quick. So I think he definitely knows.
Yeah, I think at this point he might just know what's going on. And
Right.
here we go, folks. This is it.
This is it. How
Last
do we close this bad boy out?
round.
How do we close this bad boy out? So June has 2 tiles in his supply. Rob has none. And JC has 1. So
That's right.
But
all
June-
of them have silver to
do with what they want.
whatever they want. It looks like, and workers.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we have
6 become 2.
we have some estimation in points that we're getting from
6 points. Black.
mission control here. It looks like it's going to be very close.
Done.
I think so.
Wow.
that was it.
Okay.
This becomes 2 workers. I will use those 2 workers immediately to make this a 4. This is 8 points plus another 8, 16.
16 points.
16 blue.
All
62
right.
to 78.
I have no idea who wins this game, although I think that move makes June in a much more precarious position.
That was a big turn there for
Yeah.
16 points. Yeah.
What can June get out of this turn? He's got 2 tiles to place. That will get him points.
And that is a monastery
Yep.
that could turn into some bonus points.
It could. Okay.
This is unfortunate. I don't think he can do a whole lot with that
No,
too.
I don't think so, unless it scores him. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Take workers, that's a point.
That's a point.
He's basically, if he takes two workers becomes 1 point. Not a great use of one of those
No.
dice, but to be fair, JC also just spent 1 die to get the workers to do
Right,
the other
right,
thing.
right,
so-
right. Here, he must be wanting
Oh,
something.
he does
good.
have a tile. Okay, so
Right.
he's actually modifying to be able to place that tile.
Right.
Okay, made it into a 1, then into a 6. He's
Right.
wrapping the other way.
Right, because he'll get 4 points for placing it rather than the 2 for the workers.
Right. Right.
What did he end up doing?
Well, he gets 2
Change
points.
the,
Yeah,
right.
just
there we
use
go.
2 workers on a 2 to make it a 6. To place the. Yep.
Okay.
game.
You got scored. Okay, great. You come.
That is the game.
That is game.
All right,
Let's
folks.
see some final scoring here.
That's right.
Oh, you need another.
All right.
Okay.
Good game. Finally.
Game, everyone. No matter what happens.
Yeah. Score.
Yeah. You want to go first player first?
Sure.
So.
I don't have 90 points. I have 2 different animal types for 8. 86.
Okay.
And it's like 7 silvers, and that's it. So 93.
Okay.
So I have 2. And this is 4.
Okay. Want to go ahead and add that? Yeah. Go ahead.
4.
Yep.
Flip them over as we score them.
Sure.
Oh, the yellow.
That works
part.
too.
Yeah,
Either one
that
works.
works. Yeah,
Either one
that
works.
works.
Do whatever you want.
1,
Mhm.
2, 3,
A lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like just 6. Right. 24. Nice.
Yeah, 24, because you got 4 for each of those.
216.
Yeah. 16.
All right. Got your work cut out for you.
I think so. Thought I was in a good position. I'd almost feel like something got misscored in there, but I don't think so.
No, you just went too hard after me.
I wasn't trying to deny you specifically. I just couldn't deny him as much.
No, you say so.
Oh,
8.
8.
Yeah.
82.
All right, so we've got right now June out in front.
pretty strong.
Oh, just one of those. 4.
86.
This guy is worth 5 different types.
10.
10. Yeah.
96.
Yep. And then this guy is worth 9.
Oh boy.
105.
Yep. 205.
Sorry.
Yeah, 205 is right. Congratulations.
Good job.
Wow.
Well, there you have it, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
It is June who takes the championship.
Yep. And you can tell, look at
He's finally, now the stress is
Right,
broken.
right.
He
He was feeling the heat that whole game.
The high score was
Oh, yeah.
216.
For unused.
Yep, for June. Yep. Looks like Rob was in second place with 205 and 193 for JC. That was quite a game, Z.
Yeah. Thighs all around.
Yeah.
That stress finally breaking, that tension releasing now, but they all played a tremendous game.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this was definitely one of those situations where I feel like I've now seen how the game is meant to be played.
Yeah.
You know, and it's definitely not the way I have played it in the past.
Agreed.
The biggest thing is just that you really do see the building towards later turns, whereas I'm just like, what's going to get me the most points right this second?
Agreed.
Yeah, and that's not
Mike
the way
is
to play.
bad at this game.
Confirmed. Can confirm.
All right, folks. So that's going to do it for us for tonight. But we've got more coming up tomorrow. All right. So tomorrow.
We got more tonight.
tonight we got
We're going to
more
be streaming.
going
We're going to be
tonight.
streaming the draw.
That's tonight. Where y'all
Yes.
going? Well, you thought that was it? No, it's tonight. Okay.
Right.
Mike is going to take his fiber. He's going to stay up tonight and clue you in on that.
I've had more fiber than any one human can take today, so I'm good. I'm good, folks.
All right.
But yes,
So, when are we back, guys?
30 an hour.
In about 30 minutes or an hour. We're not
getting-
quite sure yet. We're getting a lot of
the official ruling from Tom.
is this. You can make that into a meme. All right, so yes, make sure you stick around
Yes.
tonight, okay? We're going to be doing that draw for the final thing. So, yeah, that's going to do it for us. Mike, lovely to chat with you. All sorts of nonsense, and that was a
Indeed.
tremendous game we got to see.
It is. The pleasure is all yours. I really enjoyed that. See.
Thank you. All right, folks, we'll see you real soon. My name is Z Garcia.
I'm Mike Delicio.
Take care.